Welcome back, guys, to another video. I want to welcome everybody to week 2 of the season as we take on Fresno State. We're going to be coming in at 1-0, and they're also going to be coming in at 1-0. And this is one of those games where I feel like our team, for the first time since this dynasty has started, has really just dominated a team from start to finish. I think Fresno State is rated like a 67 or 68 in the game. And I think we're at a 73. But sometimes even with those ratings, the team that's rated lower than you can still sort of put up a fight and make it seem like they're better than you. But this game here, we completely dominated Fresno State Bulldogs. They had no chance from the beginning. As you can see, we scored in our opening drive. And another thing I want to mention, we destroyed their quarterback. I don't know what was going on, but we completely destroyed their quarterback. They had just, I don't know. Chris Denson, he is a 89 overall rated quarterback, and he's pretty good. But I don't know if I think their offensive line is really bad. But we sacked this man, we hit this man, and that is a great interception there by Potts. But we sacked this man, we hit this man so many times in this game, just left and right. Like, he had nowhere to go, and they couldn't run the ball either. But every time he pretty much dropped back to pass the ball, we were hitting him. We were in his face, we were sacking him, and there's a sack there. And I think he got injured. Like, there was about maybe 3 or 4 different occasions where, and then we're going to turn the ball over right back to them. But there was about 3 or 4 different cases where Chris, their Fresno State's quarterback, had to come out the game because of injury. Like, he got sacked or he got hit, injury. He had to come out, and the backup had to come in the game. And that happened about 3 or 4 times. And they would still bring him back in the game. This is no, that's Chris, yeah. So he got hurt a couple of times, and here we are sacking him again, and he would come out the game, and then the coach would bring him back in the game. After he came out with an injury, we sack him again. After he would come out for an injury, the coach would bring him back in the game, and that is a terrible, terrible overthrow by Gales. Like, there's so many times where, like, he just misses open receivers, and it really, really annoys me. But yes, Chris Denson, like, look at that wear and tear, and it gets even worse from there. Like, I think it goes up to like severe, but we were just knocking this man on his ass. He's gonna come out the game again, and we would just knock this man on his ass pretty much all game. That is a crazy block there by the left guard. And I think at one point his throw accuracy or throw power was like -9, and like speed was like -6, and I don't know. But we were terrorizing that man. And they finally decided to put the backup in for the rest of the game. I think like the second quarter on, maybe, or maybe the third quarter on. But the backup came in, went 18 for 23. So the backup was in the game for a fair amount of time, because we just completely destroyed their starting quarterback. And that is a beautiful, beautiful cut block there. Like, by Pettigrew. And we, like I said, we dominated them. Even when the backup came in, we were sacking the backup. We sacked their quarterbacks for a total of 10 times. The starting quarterback, we sacked Chris for 6 times. The backup quarterback, Ezekiel, we sacked him 4 times. So even when the backup came in the game, we didn't give him any break. As you can see here, another sack, and he's gonna fumble. We're gonna pick it up, and we are going to score the touchdown, and we are just running away with this game, dominating Fresno State, and it's not looking pretty. Not looking pretty for them. They only scored 9 points this game. We're going to win the game 36-9, and they just couldn't get anything going. Couldn't get anything going. But I think that it was supposed to happen. We needed to come out and dominate a game like this, because after facing Washington State in week 1, where we barely escaped 18-17, and they are a team who's not highly rated either, it was very, very important for us to come out this game and just be like, you know what, Fresno State, we're better than them, and we need to come out and show them that they are. Because Washington State was is rated a 64 overall, and I think Fresno State, let me take a look and see what they're rated. They're rated, should be around the same. They're rated at 69 overall. So Fresno State is slightly better than Washington State, but I feel like this is the game where we needed to come out and just dominate them. And dominated we did. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna win 36-9. And you know, we needed a game like this. Now we're 2-0 to start the season, and our next game is going to be against, I hate to say this, but our next game is going to be against Florida. It's going to be our first time facing Florida. We have not faced them yet, and they're one of our rivalries. Kind of forgot that they're one of our rivalry teams. But yeah, 36-9, we dominate Fresno State as we should have, and the team is looking good in year 4. So we hope to keep this dominance up even in the conference, see if we can make it to our first ever conference game. So yeah, let's get on to Florida and see if we can at least put up a fight against them. Oh, Florida.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Spot. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, a crew looking to make a statement. Taking a run now up top. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Florida! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup. Man zone. Right back to the well.
Oh, wow!
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. See what you hit.
In contested situations here on 3rd down.
Going for 6.
Oh my.
Florida. Quick strike through the air for the score.
The tight end is killing us.
Wants to throw on 1st down.
Oh, there it is. Another overthrow. That time it's a pick. They're just going to run, and they're going to get it.
Finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Gator.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. Slings it.
Oh, my gosh. And here come the turnovers.
An early drive with the turnover.
Here they come.
They have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
How does he keep finding people open?
They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters.
Welcome everybody to week 4 as we, the Highland Bulldogs, are going to be taking on the Kentucky Wildcats, another SEC team, and hopefully it's going to go better than week 3 when we played against Florida and lost 72-17. That was the most ugliest game that we played so far. But we're coming into this game 2-1, hopefully trying to bounce back from that disgusting loss that we had against Florida. Hopefully we can have a good game. And coming out, I think we came out, we had a good game. We had a very, very good first drive. I always try to come out quickly to establish the run game because I don't want to get out here and throw about 10 interceptions, which sometimes I do. But I always want to come out, try to establish the run game. And if we can establish that, then I'll throw the ball in the air. But sometimes when I can't, I just say, you know what, let's just forget it. Let's just throw the ball in the air, put the ball in the air and see what we can do. But we came out in the first drive. We established the run game, got some good runs in there, and then we're going to come away with a great passing touchdown there. I thought that would have been either intercepted, knocked down. I didn't think he was going to catch that, but he did catch that, and then he broke the tackle, and then he scored. Now, Kentucky's quarterback, Larry, this man is unbelievable. He is a very good dual threat quarterback, and we had a tough time controlling him. And later on in the game, you're going to see what I mean by that. But they're going to come out and try reverse, and it gets shut down easily. I don't know what they were thinking. We're not a bad team anymore, so I don't know if they were thinking, oh yeah, we can do whatever we want against this team. Nope, not going to happen. And we're going to come up with a big hit from our safety. We're coming out, we mean business this week, and then he's going to tear us up in the seam. Like I said, Larry is a very good quarterback, and they're going to run no huddle and easily almost get a touchdown here. But I think we're going to get a very good stop, and we're going to force a field goal, and it's going to be 10-6. Played really, really good defense in the first and second quarter, mainly in the first quarter. The second quarter was kind of back and forth. But here is our quarterback overthrowing his targets, and that's the most frustrating part about Gales is we'll have a wide open receiver and he'll just overthrow them all the time. But that time, that was a good pass. Well, it was sort of a good pass. He underthrew him, but Timms, our best receiver, came back, made the catch, and we're going down the field. And it's almost the end of the first half, and we're trying to score. We're going to go in for the quarterback sneak, but we're going to get stopped. We are going to get stonewalled, and then we're going to try to run the ball, but then our center just whiffs on the block, and we get stopped. And then here we are. We have Kentucky at the 1 yard line, and then we almost had a safety, but then he tackles him and throws him to the 2 yard line. And then this is just a backbreaker. Larry is going to take off all the way down the field for a 98-yard touchdown run. Completely broke our defense. And that was very demoralizing. That one really hurt. Man, that one really hurt. But here we are in the third quarter, and he throws the ball. It turns out to be a lateral. Our lineman picks it up, and here we are already in the third quarter in position, and then we're going to run the ball, and then we're going to score and take the lead against Kentucky, an SEC team Now, all of a sudden, we're in the driver's seat. But again, Kentucky, the quarterback, Larry, what a great throw there on the run. He was incredible. He is a very good quarterback. We couldn't stop him. And then there he is again on an option play. Like, I didn't know what to do. He was running the ball all over us. I think he almost had 200 rushing yards as a quarterback. It was insane. We just couldn't stop him. Here's a good play by our running back, and we get down the field. Not many of those happening for us, but we still keeping the ball on the ground, trying to do what we can do. Rotate the running backs in and out. Keon had a great game. That's a good throw. That's really not a good throw, but our receiver, they always make something out of nothing, because sometimes their throws are never there. Here we are running the ball again, and it's what we do best. It's what we do best. Keon is a very good running back, but we have like a good 4 running back system that I'm starting to develop with our 2 freshmen that I play sometimes here and there, and Keon's going to score there, and we're going to take the lead in the third quarter. But Kentucky, they said not so fast, and Larry again just dotting us down the field, doing whatever they want. And then I made a very big mistake here. I was controlling the safety, forgot about being in man coverage, let the running back wide open for the score. And then they're up by 3 now, and Larry once again dots us in the back of the end zone. And like I said, he was very difficult to control, whether on the ground or in the air. And then here's Gales trying to make something happen, and then we throw an interception, down by 10 in the fourth quarter. And at this point, I'm thinking, man, this game is probably over. But defense playing really good here. We get the stop on the run, and they can't really run the ball. Our run defense is pretty good and has been pretty good for the most part of the year. And then we force a 4th down, and they're going to go for a field goal, but we block it. So not only do we play good defense, but we get the block field goal, and it is still a 10-point game. And here we are again trying to make something happen, and then we throw another interception. It just hurts. Trying to make something happen, we throw another interception, but here the defense once again coming through, making something happen. We get a sack. It is now 3rd and 18, and they're gonna just try and run the ball, and Larry trying to do what he can. This time it is not gonna work. They have to punt the ball. We get the ball again, finally making something happen in the air and not throwing an interception. And here we are with the bubble screen. Tim's our best receiver, and we're trying to make something happen here. 2 minutes left to go in the game. We heave the ball in the air, and once again, another interception down at the 1-yard line. And we are trying this time to get a safety. He's running back and forth, and we don't get the safety that time. And this time, we almost get the safety, but we get stiff-armed, and he gets out to the 1-yard line. And finally, we get a safety. It is an 8-point game. We get another chance to come back and win. And we're trying our damnedest to get down the field and score a touchdown. 52 seconds left on the clock. We have time in the pocket. We get the first down. 48 seconds left. Once again, 35 seconds left. A block shed by the defensive tackle, and we didn't have any time to throw the ball there. It is now 4th down, and there's nobody open. Absolutely nobody. We're going to heave the ball up, hope for the best, but to no avail. And Kentucky is going to come away with the win. We're gonna fall to 2-2, and these back-to-back games against these SEC teams really, really hurt. And it goes to show you that, yeah, we're a decent team now in year 4, but we have a lot of work to do. And compared to these SEC teams, like, we still have a lot of work to do. The turnovers really hurt, but we still had a chance there at the end of the game. Larry, like I said, ran the ball all over us, almost had like 200 yards on the ground. And, he had 129 yards for 11 attempts. And, nope, we couldn't stop him. Could not stop him. But, like I said, Kentucky's going to come away with the win. We're going to fall to 2-2 in the season, early in the season. But we have a lot of work to do, and we're going to go back to conference play and see if we can correct things and see if we can get on a winning streak, turn things around here. So I thank you all for watching. Have a good day.